back-to-back, and they meet Dallas for the second. Rotation guys, Dwight Powell.
Talks about how he trains the
Post game, and this is what it looks like back-to-back. The normal starters here for the Milwaukee Bucks are going to give it a go with a 35-25 overall record. So Irvin's your crew chief, Trey Maddox and John Butler are your officials here tonight. Giannis 22 points away.
Personnel is limited, and you're thinking, well, the scouting report said let him shoot that, so it could be a long night, but maybe a lot because of Giannis, but like you said, could be because of personnel stuff for Dallas as well.
There's Klay Thompson. Sort of attempts here for both of these teams here. It's Giannis driving, goes right at Powell. Perception of Giannis's game in the
who Giannis was, expertise that Jay had, I think you'd have to say it worked out pretty good.
Well, he hit his only shot from the field. He's hit his both free throws here, and Giannis with the first 4 points here for the Bucks. 18 away from that 20,000 career point Thompson matchup.
Against a team when you say, oh, they only got 8 guys dressed, you go, all right, well, what 8 guys? Because you got a Klay Thompson out there, you got a Max Christie who is a solid role player, Najee Marshall, TP, but this is a bunch of guys that can play on Dallas.
Have yet to miss a shot. They're perfect 3 for 3 to open up. Giannis again against Powell. He likes that matchup. Another mid-range.
Pull that defender out like that, and they start getting closer and closer. We saw how he got his second bucket of the night by just flying by and getting to the rim and getting fouled. And that's what Giannis wants. He's using that as a little bit of bait. Pull that guy out there.
I wonder if he gets a little extra joy hitting mid-ranges against a coach team.
That's right.
Giannis wasn't looking. TP was trying to give it to him. Dinwiddie picks up the...
So we try to give it up to Giannis.
Giannis looks it off. Here's Kuz's first opportunity. Driving baseline, too strong off the glove.
That's what he saw.
Dame with his one eye put up 23 points.
In the face. this was last night, so I imagine that part of it is worn off. He was darn good once he got back out there, but some of those shots, I mean, just a degree of difficulty.
Thompson looks it off to Marshall, tries to cross over Giannis. Max Christie gives it right back to Marshall, not there. Klay Thompson tips it to himself, and then he'll take the shot. Thompson's first miss. Najee Marshall with the 3-point attempt. The Mavs dressing 8 players here tonight.
Talk a lot about Klay and his 3-point shooting ability, and I think sometimes Dame, because of the all-around player that he is, point guard, scorer, I don't give much credit for the 3-point shooters of all time, and he's actually made more threes than Klay Thompson, believe it or not.
Position.
You gotta love it. Starting out the game, getting it going. Sometimes it matters. That first shot. You know, there's a lot of talk about that. If I make my first shot, I'm gonna get 30. If I don't, you want to shoot it again, and then nobody can tell you that it's not a good shot.
And this is a perfect 3 for 3. Dame driving, loses it.
That look off, because he's got a great shooter's touch.
You mentioned it, Steve, too. The best 3-point shooters on this floor.
And I think you're seeing a Dallas team right now that's very centered. I think that does that when there's only 8 guys turnover for Giannis right there. But these guys know they're going to play big minutes. Might as well come out ready to go. Since the injury report came out, Kyrie got hurt. Other guys are saying 25 minutes minimum with only 8 guys dressed. Sometimes that gets guys pretty focused and allows them to be who they are.
Ball tipped away. The first turnover here for Dallas. Giannis going around.
Attack so far.
He's a perfect 4 for 4 from the field. He's got 10 points. At the 2 free, hasn't missed anywhere.
How vocal he is to his teammates, how he picks his teammates up. You know, he's a great guy to be around. Definitely up to him yesterday. I wish him fast recovery. He's going to come back and do what he does. You know, keep on dominating the league and helping his team be great. And I wish him and his family nothing but the best.
It's been a tough stretch for Jason Kidd before the game. Is there anything that you're telling your guys, just from a human perspective, about battling this adversity? And he said, it's not any message I haven't told them before. It's that next man up mentality. No one's going to feel sorry for you. We just got to get out there and play the game.
Yeah, it's been something. When you think about, Steve Novak, just where this Mavs team was, not only getting to the NBA Finals, but, they were winning basketball games going into that Christmas. Ironically, Luka never played another game with the Mavs after that injury.
I mean, the top shocking. I mean, when it rains, it pours, and obviously that Luka trade, it makes it all just that much worse, I think, because it makes everything seem like this. AD hasn't played, Luka's gone. The Lakers, on the other side of it, is they've surged up to number 2 in the West, and so it's just kind of like a double whammy, too, along with the injuries. No AD, no Kyrie, no Luka. So it is kind of shocking, and like you said, it's happened quickly.
There's been 5 NBA to playoffs after making the NBA Finals the year before. The latest was the 2018-2019 Golden State Warriors team.
Yeah, we just played Dallas a few days ago. It's over at one of the former Milwaukee Bucks assistant coach's house, who's now healthy. Obviously, the trade, there's a lot of talk about that, but based on our personnel, like you said, how we've been playing and who we are, we think we can win a championship this year. And that was a couple days ago. And now you look at 8 guys on the bench, and I'm sure all the things that have happened, and you just wonder if they can even make Kyrie out, surging a little bit and trying to make a push as well. Now that they're, we'll obviously see. But this group so far is playing well against Milwaukee in this first quarter.
Giannis is up to 12 points here, too, by the way, in a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. There's another rebound. Remember, he's coming off that triple-double last night. His 6th of the season. Got it against Atlanta.
I just love how he went about it, too. Just let the game come to him.
He can put up those numbers in like 3 minutes of time, it seems like.
Yeah.
To the post game last night, one of them was, I hadn't been on a winning team or part of a winning franchise, so I'm learning a ton in my first few games here as a Buck. Off balance for time. Jericho Sims coming down with the rebound, gives it back to Porter Jr. Trying to hunt down that shot. No Giannis in this rotation.
Well, how made it off as well. And I really think his decision-making has been just as impressive as the shot-making that he's had. Because, look, the knock on him was, look, he takes some bad shots. He maybe doesn't make great decisions. The Bucks have not seen that so far. He's really, like you said, I think, found his home and his fit. He's making great plays.
Thompson's here tonight. About half of the Mavs tally coming from Thompson.
Watch him knock those down. It really is art. I mean, it's a fadeaway. It's stepping back to the right earlier. It's stepping back to the left on that one. Yeah, Clay trying to match it.
Kuz nearly tipped that in. Clay's got the last 8 points, by the way, for Dallas. Back to Dame. Why not? Why not?
Need much room. Just a little airspace to get a few to go.
Nine-point advantage, largest lead here for the Bucks so far. For Brandon Williams in his 3rd year out of Arizona. Re-signed to a 2-way in July. Kyle Kuzma for it up.
APJ to Kuz again. And just timing with that pass. His feet are in rhythm. Kuz is getting right to that 3-point line. Great dime.
And Dallas is just getting one look at it on these possessions. Part of a 16-3 Bucks run. Dame hasn't missed a 3-point shot. Tallying 14 points here so far. That's a 2-pointer.
It's all really a bad thing. Where guys are tired, they're banged up, they're not in rhythm. And there's other nights they come out and you go, I'm not sure if they did shoot around, if they watched film, what they ate, but they can't do anything wrong. They're just, it just seems like that tonight.
Do it again, whatever you did.
That's right.
Dallas dressing just 8 players here tonight. Christie Porter Jr. hesitating, but he loses it. 4 turnovers now for the Bucks. This is Williams driving.
He's doing a lot of good. You value what I've learned, the way the guys have treated me, what this team means, how they're going about things, and I think they're jumping in that current that you realize, don't make a mistake worse. Get that tech.
Kuzma.
Big-time defense. Got AJ putting his chest on him. Sims coming to help out. Kuz when he comes back, and the 13, 14 points for him because they're going to be better off for it. Bobby's working his tail off. He's going to be back, but Kuz is playing.
Our Marquette guy.
Omax.
Torian Prince. Yeah, tonight is the 8th game. Bobby Portis is missing, serving a 25-game league suspension for a banned substance. And the Bucks have found a way without BP here so far.
To do his play, but can't wait.
They've combined for 28 of the 41 points here in the first quarter. And the final few seconds in the hands of Kevin Porter Jr., who will drive, gives it up to Kuz, pump fake, leans into it.
sound earmuffs on?
I just bought a pair of those baby earphones, whatever they're called. Brandon Williams. You were just talking in the break about Brandon Williams.
Yeah, he's not being shy so far. I think that's exactly what you get. Guys get an opportunity, and yeah, it's going to be.
And a huge dose of those. Wow, this is bread and butter.
Well, you know, the scoring you just showed, that is hard to keep up with. It was a good offensive quarter for Dallas, and they find themselves down pretty big because of the offense. But like you said, what a pass by KPJ to Sims.
But Kuz doing first quarter with Dame and Giannis on the bench.
Yeah, and I think there's a great connect, you know, between Kevin Porter Jr. and Kuz. That little elbow jump up there, though.
This group really taking some pride, you know, when there is a situation with Giannis and Dame sitting on the bench. Whoever's on the court seems to not lose its footing here in the game without their two superstars. Max Christie between the legs is short. Kuz brings it across. Next dead ball, though, Giannis will enter into this game. A little bit of a zone look, it looked like, for Dallas on that defensive possession. Leads to a transition.
Yeah, off and run. I think you can see Kuz just looking for that crease right there. Thought he had an opportunity to just force it and get to the middle, probably kick that thing out, but good hands by Dallas.
Williams again. Creating the turnover, he'll take it himself.
Who knew when there's 8 guys that were dressed tonight that was going to change? He was going to get some opportunities, and you got to think shoot around. He was thinking, all right, to get these shots, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to show Jay Kidd and Dallas exactly who I am and that I deserve a little bit more. And with these injuries, he may need to.
In that fourth quarter last night. Over his 15 coming in the fourth. Max Christie giving it up. Touching the paint, back to Williams, and Christie getting comfy cozy from three.
Loud plays, knocking down tough threes, and you look up, it's just a 6-point game.
It's his 10-point career mark. So 10 off of that. Marshall, corner look. KPJ chases it down. Surveys his options, driving with his right hand.
To the bit loose. Does a great job coming back, getting defensive rebounds, and then keeps the ball and pushes it himself. It just allows for such a better break. The ball's already in the point guard's hands, and he's finishing or distributing. He's done both.
Steve, remember we were saying he could put up some stats real quickly? How about 6 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists in 8 minutes? Kevin Klein here so far.
Yeah, Giannis not happy about that one too. Looked like Powell or Najee Marshall. One of those guys clocked him. No call.
For Thompson. He's already put up 11 shots, Klay Thompson. Giannis lowering his head. That mid-range jumper.
I want to give up, and if they make those shots, it's on me. The coach says that, and I feel like every time Giannis makes that, you're going looking over, going, I was telling him to go to the basket. He's changed it up on me.
Called Giannis unstoppable last Saturday when he was asked about what do you factor in when Giannis now has been able to consistently hit that mid-range, and now he's got the step back a little bit short. And just the second miss from the field though for Giannis as Giannis taps it away.
Teams, you know, some teams when they put those guys in, you go, all right, they're going to lull a little bit. They're not going to be able to maintain their lead or keep making shots or increase the lead. And you just don't feel that with any of these Bucks lineups. A lot of shooters, and good job by Doc to keep mixing it up.
You heard Melanie's report about the bench getting full last night in Atlanta, shooting almost 60% the bench did. All kinds of depth here for this team. Giannis gives it up. Porter Jr., KPJ, over to AJ. Red hot, the Bucks are 3.
Just enjoying watching those KPJ assists.
Milwaukee Bucks Foundation does. And the goal here is to on our biggest priority, health and wellness. That's wonderful. And again, it's bucks.com/soiree. That's where you can get your tickets and find out more information. Thank you so much, Marla. Really appreciate you. Lisa.
I love it, and for so many reasons, but also in watching that video, you get to see the assistant coaches in suits again. You don't get to see them anymore on the sideline.
Only the track you. It's like when Giannis shoots free throws.
As long as he wears a suit, keeps that up, then those percentages will continue to.
Nothing we can do. He's locked in. He's been making them. We've been talking about him every game, and he had said the 11 for 13 game. Was that against Dallas? Shooting so well, and just seeing it continue. You could just tell when Giannis has those big games where he does. He obviously shoots a lot, so he has games where it's high volume, and he has them where he goes 17 for 19 or 16 for 18, and he shows cats out of the bag. We know you're a maker.
I got the box score right here as Giannis hits the deck. He was 11 of 13.
Distributing, and so that's why I think part of it is you see his scoring down. But, you know, to your point, the free throw percentage and the assists, the defenses are loading up on him, and he's just making the right play. And well, you saw it just last night against Atlanta. 4 assists in the first quarter, and then the defense had to adjust. And, well, Giannis ended up with a triple-double. So right now, the assists, you just think about what those...
Two of them have accounted for attempts here so far.
That's why when you got Dame shooting the free throws the way he has his whole career, up above 90%, when you get Giannis on board the way he has as of late, it's a nightmare for teams to figure out these guys.
Giannis brings it down with one hand. He's got 16 points. Dame has 19 in the first half. Uses a screen from Giannis, and Dame in his first three-point miss of the night.
He makes this. He just might not.
Might just force him to wear a patch or something, shooting one eye. AJ Green, not. Largest lead has been 15. 59 to 44. Dinwiddie spinning off.
Told you he's one of the greatest ever, but 19th in NBA history. It really is awesome.
Larry Nance. Pete Nance has something to say. One of the newest additions.
Yep, trying to get his ankle back healthy. Oh,
Giannis left
out so they can put this Mavs team away, knowing back-to-backs is never an easy thing to do.
Not there for Omax. Back lane at 5-serve form. Dame leans in. Can't get.
I think we could have said, I don't think he
lay. The number.
Bucks on a 9-0 run. They've had some big runs already here in the first half. And the Mavs no field goals and almost a 5-minute field goal drought. See if Max Christie can end that. In and out.
JPJ did not get the steal on that last one, but I really love his anticipation because he got a big steal last night.
Ooh, Dame thought about it. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger. Here's Giannis against Prosper. Giannis just pushing him out of the way. We did not have things like this in the Big East.
Things like this, I mean, one of the most dominant interior forces ever seen on a basketball court.
Here's Dame bringing it across, feeding Giannis. The catch, the finish, the 20,000.
Williams was just thinking the same thing. He was like, oh, Max, come help me now down here. I'm a point guard.
3 of those, 15 points in the game. Giannis thinking about it, pulls up mid-range. One of his first mid-range misses here tonight. The block. He keeps climbing the all-time charts. AJ Green. Damian Lillard above the break.
He's out there, put Giannis in the middle. You got Brook Lopez on the back line, blocking shots. Not really sure how you beat that.
Max again. It's the 2-minute warning mark here for the first half. Kevin Porter Jr. Three-pointer in and out. Rebound can't get it in Marshall's hands instead. Gonna give that shot to Marshall. Largest lead has been 21 here for the Bucks. 17-point advantage here right now. Here comes a Giannis Dame 2-man game. Work it around to the second side. Here's AJ Green, pump fake. Back to Brook Lopez. Damian Lillard driving, takes the contact, looks it off to...
Boy, what patience on that possession, too, to just keep moving it. Boy, that looked like...
Mouse.
Yeah, these are the kind of games that, to be honest, a guy in his position played 17 minutes last game, and like you said, has been inconsistent with his minutes and his shooting. And there goes that.
The reverse. And Damian Lillard, a huge first half, 26 points that he's put up. 5 of 6 from
body language and just the energy, the difference in what these two teams are kind of going through right now. There's one on a winning streak. There's one, we talked about quite a bit what they're going through as far as injuries and just the feeling around the franchise right now. And so these guys come out here trying to make the right plays, but sometimes it's just not your week, your month. It should not be the Mavs month.
well undermanned. for various reasons.
When you're winning, when you're respected enough not to mess with it, you got to come out here and go against a team that's depleted like the Mavs are. You got to worry about you. You got to worry about continuing to get better, and I think we're seeing that in this first half with these 72 points and a lot of really good individual performances so far.
Final few seconds of the first half. Giannis clears out his runway, looking for it, gives it up to A.J. Green. Catch and shoot from the corner. Final few seconds.